Well, good morning. I know I'm doing a video early because ordinarily I post on Sundays and today is Saturday, but I saw somewhere and it was reputable news source that TikTok may be gone as early as tonight. Um, Hopefully that was not true, but we shall see. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys. I've got 17 days until my book is out. Um, it'll be out on Amazon. I'm trying to figure out Barnes and Noble, but it's a pain. I have to redo the book cover for Amazon, so I have to go on Canva, and it's a whole thing. So for now, it'll just be on Amazon. There's an ebook, a paperback, and a hardcover. Um, and you can't pre-order the hardcover or the paperback, but you can pre-order the ebook. So it's called She Will Cry Out, She Will Sing. And it's all about my journey of healing through narcissistic abuse from the point of breakthrough. So it's literally me the night before, just a mess, and not knowing if I was going to make it or not. And then the next morning going, okay, either I'm going to not be here anymore, or I'm going to figure out how to heal. And I was never able to talk about the things that happened to me. I was never able to vocalize it. But once I started writing that morning, that's when I went, my God, I can. And I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but if you've ever read the book, um, oh, uh, by Dave Pelzer, all the books by Dave Pelzer, A Child Called It, and his following books. I read that book, probably I was a teenager, I think. And I remember thinking to myself, if I ever figure out the abuse that I went through, what it was and what it's called, and if I'm able to finally understand it, I'm going to do the same thing he did, because this is brave, right? That's one of the reasons that I went ahead and did this. But I knew that it was important because from the moment of breakthrough, I knew the importance of documenting. And what was happening to me was so strange to me, so foreign, so important, that I knew I had to document. And the more that I did, the more I realized I need to make this public. Knowing now that there's so little literature out there on the narcissistic abuse survivor versus a ton of literature on how to treat the narcissists themselves, this is important. So my whole goal is to get it into the hands of survivors so that they know that no matter what, because my case was severe, no matter what, you can heal. It's not easy at all, but it is possible. It is absolutely possible. And, being a lifelong survivor, this is something that, I'm 45 years old, and breakthrough was at 42. So this is something that I'm going to continue for the rest of my life to heal, no doubt. I never had a chance to develop who I really was. It was always in the midst of abuse. So I was always just surviving. So I'm a survivor, but I'm also a warrior, because I'm doing everything I can to figure out who the heck I am, away from all my abusers. So I, more than like selling books and numbers and all that stuff, this is about getting it in the hands of people that need it. And besides survivors, I really, really want this book to be in the hands of therapists and potential therapists. I really want to see it in the hands of those that are in school, and because there's not a lot of literature, and there needs to be. There's not. It is not easy to find a trauma therapist, a good trauma therapist that really understands narcissism and trauma, understands EMDR, and understands narrative exposure therapy, which is what I've been doing. And it's a shame, and it's not right that these things are not known. So I saw a need, and I fulfilled it. I made myself into a case study, and that's really brave and scary. And the book itself, it documents every trauma that I could think of. It's not an easy read, but it's an important read, very important read. So, to my fellow survivors, please help me get this book out. Talk about it with other survivors. Talk about it with potential therapists. If you know any professors in the field, talk about it with them. I'm going to do my part, but I need your help. I definitely need your help with word of mouth. You can pre-order the book right now on Amazon for the ebook. Otherwise, 17 more days, July 8th. And I didn't mean it for this to happen, but the Amazon Prime, it starts on the 8th as well. So it's perfect timing. But the 8th is the day of breakthrough for me, 2022. That was the day of breakthrough. So that's why I did July 8th. It's my rebirth day. That's how I look at it. So anyway, I'm not great at self-promotion, but this is important. It's very important, not just to me, but to the entire community, especially with the state of the world, the state of our country. All right. Hopefully TikTok does not go away. I think it's absolutely silly that this keeps happening. And I hope I'm able to see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to start posting more over the next few weeks because I need to promote this book as best as I can. Anyhow, I hope everybody has a great Saturday. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, and make sure you're taking care of each other. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.